Hello, Internet, and welcome back to Neon Souls. Thanks for joining us here on this Friday evening. We're here to play some more Fate. We're back. Two in a row. We're doing it. We're doing it, y'all. So we're going to be picking up our game here today. But first, before we get back into a recap and all that, some announcements. What's going on the channel over the next week or so. And I realized I did not confirm scheduling stuff before we got started. So I'm just going to kind of do some cold reading of the other GMs here and figure out what we're actually doing. So our next stream after this one will be tomorrow, right, Val? Yes, Val. Tomorrow for Saturday night's Star Power, where we will be here at 5 o'clock Eastern time for some more Fate in our JoJo's Bizarre Adventure inspired game. So come join us for that. I don't remember what was happening. I'm going to have to read my notes or rewatch the last episode. It's been a while. After that, we're going to have a few scheduling changes. I think we're going to be potentially doing something different on Sunday, kind of trying to figure out our schedule there.
Sunday TBD for the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
Slang will be back, but
and then
when?
Monday we will be probably doing some more Wildermyth or something along those lines. Yeah. With the crew until we get people back there. So join us for that. Tabletop Tuesdays will be our next official tabletop game stream after Saturday, though. So that's it for our schedule. Things still kind of up in the air. Just stay on our Discord, follow us on Twitter, and you can see everything that we're doing, and we'll try to keep you updated. I don't really have any other announcements or anything else going on, so I am going to turn this over to my lovely players here to introduce themselves, talk about who they are, what they do on and off the channel, and who they're playing here tonight, starting with Morgan.
I am Morgan, also known as Imagine Matrix on the internet. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram. Mostly I do cosplay stuff, so if you're interested in that, you can check me out. Other than that, I'm here on Sundays and Mondays playing in games. And tonight I am playing Clarity, who is an eccentric hacker.
I go next. Hi, I'm Savvy. I'm at Savvy Seaworth on the internet, mostly on Twitter, where you can find my ever-changing streaming schedule pinned to the top of my page. I am here on some combination of Thursdays, Fridays, Saturdays, Sundays, and Mondays, either playing games or running them or not running them and doing something else instead. So yeah, you can also catch me Sunday nights, most Sundays. We will be there this Sunday on LB Hackamup's channel after the Slaying 201 time slot playing Masks. So Sundays and Mondays are going to be a little up in the air for the next couple of weeks because I have some other stuff going on behind the scenes. And everyone only has so much brain power, but yeah, like Val said, watch our Twitter, we'll do something and we'll tell you about it. Tonight I am playing Choke. I literally just looked at my character sheet like I did not know what character this was. She's a mercenary with a conscience, and I need a nap.
And this is one where we keep going. Hello, I'm Christina Sid. You can find me on the Twitters at GreekSid. Really just talking about stuff on here. And First Bite, yeah, did a playthrough live tweet today. That was fun. Very fun. Yeah.
You should stream that.
It's very spicy. Yeah, we should totally stream it. Anyway, I am here lots of nights a week, but I also run a game on Thursdays usually. It's Urban Shadows. It's the fun stuff from Good Society that we pulled into it. It's like sexy monster people. Yeah, it's exactly why we should probably stream First Bite. It'll be great. That's 8 o'clock Eastern on Thursdays. It's a lot of fun. Elegant creatures. Good stuff. Tonight I am playing Impulse. Impulse is I can't find she's cunning. No, I'll get it. Cunning fashionista negotiator. Yep, that's it. Where's my character? There it is. Yep, I got it right. Look at that.
It's you. Sam.
It's me?
Yes,
It's me? Did everybody else go?
It's a
Yeah, everybody else goes.
Usually
my
it
God.
takes us like 15 solid minutes to get to Sam because none of us can shut up.
It's true.
It's totally okay. I appreciate it. Hi, everybody. My name's Sam. You can find me everywhere on the internet as Smackaroni. Instagram, Twitter, really wherever. Currently, I am on the channel on Fridays and the Mondays again, eventually. I'm playing in the Forgotten and Neon Souls. Right now, the reason you're not seeing me on Mondays is I am in a musical that is in Colorado, called the Lightning Thief Musical, and it will be running in the first few weeks of April. So if you want to come see it, I will be posting information on it on my Twitter. So yeah, thanks. That's me.
And hi, everyone. It's me again. I'm Val, Kraken's Ground, Twitter and Twitch. You can find me here Thursdays through Mondays playing and running games. I already talked about a couple of the games I run. I run this one. I run the Saturday Nights Star Power. I also run a game called Saturday Nights Mistborn, alternating weeks from Star Power, same time, but we're playing the Mistborn RPG based on the novels by Brandon Sanderson. And I play in mostly everything else between now and then. I think that's it. Did Sam say who he's playing?
No.
The chat is saying Sam's playing Chance, the bumbling biologist, I think.
Yes, I'm playing the bumbling biologist. Oh my good god. I forgot how.
We all got so
Uh,
excited about the Lightning Thief, and then we're like, wait, what are you doing?
It's like, wait.
today?
Your introduction still has not been as bad as mine was for Urban Shadows game the other week. So
I thought
Well.
that intro was probably the best thing I've ever seen in a long time.
I think
I don't
it-
know what you're talking about.
I think the worse intros are actually the better they are because you know everybody's listening if you're fucking it up.
yeah, I know.
Everybody's paying attention to what you're doing. And
They already
never
get
forget about it.
started. No, they don't.
I suppose.
yes.
So
No.
previously on Neon Souls.
You haven't gotten a single answer that matched up at all. Yeah,
No.
sure, maybe. No.
No, we're just pushing forward. Previously on Neon Souls, I read a recap. So we're going to do this. I'm going to steal this from Sid and have y'all help me a little bit with it. I'm going to get us started, and we're going to popcorn it around. I'm going to call on each of you to give me one thing that happened last session. Something your character did, something you just remember.
Clarity fucked.
Well, wait for your turn.
Well, you said popcorn
Now you have to.
style,
Now
like.
you have to give me another. We're dealing with time loop shenanigans. You are currently on board a ship called the Linnaeus and stuck in a time loop, which Choke seems to be the only one that can remember. Now, Morgan, what's one thing that you remember from last session?
Clarity fucked.
All right, just give me the same thing.
Who?
again. Who?
Everyone.
No,
As
Oh,
fun as that would have been, that's not accurate.
Zane.
Okay. Yes, you and Zane had a tryst.
Shenanigans.
Is it a
The boiler
tryst if
room?
you're basically dating?
That's fair.
I mean, they've been dating. I
Yeah.
don't think it's basically.
They had a date night. I mean,
Oh, that's true. That's true.
Savannah,
Captured a hitman
you did do that. That's where we left off last time. You captured
with 4
the hitman.
arms
You
and
had
an
4 arms, not
impulse
the
pistol
hitman.
whip.
Yes.
I was more so listing off the tools that we used to capture a hitman.
and by pistol whip, you of course mean her purse, because of course she whacked them in the head with her.
All right, I
purse.
hit him in the face with his own gun, and then
You
Yes,
did.
you did.
You did do that.
impulse beat him over the head, and it was great
Yeah.
teamwork all around.
Yes, you did capture the hitman who was impersonating the first mate of the Linnaeus.
And Choke didn't do any fucking.
No, not this time. Sid.
Oh boy, we had a couple different versions of this. I honestly can't remember anything fun that Impulse did. I can remember a lot of fun things that Choke did though. Choke just straight up in the the chaos speed run just walked straight onto the main deck of the ship and just walked straight up to the dude, Connors. That was great.
Forgot about that
My
one.
favorite part last time.
That was a
Like,
good
hey,
loop.
yo, what's up? I remember what Impulse didn't do because I was high on
Fuck.
decongestants, and she also okay, just remind me that too. No, I thought of something so stupid that I didn't even say it on stream. That happened too. It was an interesting night.
You did do that.
Yeah, that did happen.
Impulse and Alcohol also did do some investigating too, looking into the some sort of workplace dispute.
Oh, that's right. We totally
Which
saw a
ended in murder.
dude get shot to death with like a lug nut gun. It was insane.
Heathcliff.
And hopefully that's
no.
not what Sam was going to say. Sam, do you have another one?
Yeah, we gained access to the entire manifest of the entire ship, and we can see everybody who's on here, and we got complete access by swapping our names.
You did. Yeah, you are currently impersonating the credentials of a number of high tier members, deluxe package
Shit, we should have come
members
up
of
with fancy
the
names.
cruise. Yeah, y'all didn't do that, and
We
honestly, I hate when y'all use fake names because I can barely remember y'all's character names. So, but we can still do that today. So yeah, that's where I think that's mostly everything that happened that was important last time. Yeah. So let's pick that up right where we left off then in our last loop, last session. You had essentially tricked the first mate, or the hitman would pertain to be the first mate, to come to the one of the abandoned rooms that he was using as his hideout, by calling in some sort of emergency, and you were able to successfully capture, incapacitate, and restrain this individual. So that's where you're currently at right now. He is unconscious, I think, sitting on the couch. Tied him up, probably.
Can I say we
I
used
see a
the
hand
chain?
raised. To tie him up.
Yeah. To
Sure.
secure him somehow, because he's definitely a professional, and Choke does not trust ropes to do the job.
Sure. Yeah.
He's
you
not a
chain
friend.
him.
Which show is that? I'm referencing an old show. That was
Where-
Apocalypse. He's not a
were we
friend.
talking-
He doesn't get the silk rope.
Yeah, was Silker Hemp.
Yeah. He gets the
Was
chain.
Clarity there?
I think you were all
I feel like we
there.
all went.
I think so. I just don't remember.
Unless y'all want to be somewhere else, I'm fine with you all being
Oh
there.
yeah, I'll be there.
Okay.
I just couldn't remember.
All right. And begin scene.
Dance, monkeys, dance.
Marker.
So we've got that.
Yeah. I guess we should wake him up.
Oh, are you gonna like interrogate him?
No, I was just gonna let him take a nap until the ship blew up.
Your sarcasm is not appreciated. We're all in a very stressful situation right now. I'm just saying.
3 loops ago, you thought it was funny.
Okay, like maybe in a different situation, but like just wake him up, okay? I want to see you work.
I'm realizing that I could just say that after saying literally anything, and you pretty much have to believe me.
Well, not now.
At your own peril, then. I would slap the hitman, please.
Let's slap him awake. All right.
Yeah. Unless
I
anybody
almost want to
has a
have you
better
roll
idea.
for this. You know what? I'm
Roll
Do
for
it.
awake.
gonna have you roll
Slap
for
him
this.
awake or more unconscious.
We'll kill him.
I use my one human hand.
Even that's pretty beefy.
Yeah.
What is this gonna be?
Weapons, right? Because of these guns.
Ew.
No.
Please don't
I'm gonna
that.
go with physique.
I think do I have that still? Oh, I do. That's a +3.
Yeah. And this
And a
difficulty to
punch.
slap a man conscious, it should be pretty high, I feel like, because that's not, I think, how science works. But let's go with a 3.
When has that ever really influenced how we've done things? Whoa! 1. I can't spend points on this, you guys.
Okay,
I only
here's
have
what
2
happens.
left.
No, I more wanted to do this for the
God.
goof. I think here's what happens. Choke.
I'm gonna cry.
You just
in
rear
like 5
back.
minutes.
You slap him. There's like a cracking noise, and his body just slumps to the ground. You shit. Explosion. Time loop. You're back here.
So we should wake him up.
Oh, are
Well,
you
just
gonna like
slap him, right?
interrogate him?
Oh, so last time I tried to slap him and I snapped his neck. Not as beefy as he
God.
looks. Right here. Kind of thinner
Okay,
under the
As
under the
the
turtleneck.
obviously weakest person here, why don't I try then? Hello. Tap 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 tap.
I
Hello.
want to move things along and say he wakes up. I just wanted
Okay,
that to
cool.
happen, if just once at least.
I was gonna ask if anyone had smelling salts.
I'm also gonna, based on the time this is all taken, you have about like 30 minutes until Boomtown.
That's a real place.
So
We have a
Right
shot
next door to
glass from there.
Flavortown.
We have a shot glass from there. It's a real place.
so yeah, the I assume you removed the cap and stuff. He's just did you strip him? I don't remember if we just said
No.
this in joke last time. Okay.
I made a goof,
So
but we did not do that.
Okay. So he is just wearing the uniform right now. The hat is gone. Probably has a welt where the gun hit him, so his eyes a bit swollen. He sits up. Oh. Fuck.
So, Connors, that's not your real name. Can we just skip all the bullshit and you just tell me who you are and what you're doing? I've got about 29 minutes till this place gets blown to hell.
What are you talking about?
Can you just tell me who you are, please?
I'm First Mate Connors of the Linnaeus.
No, you're not. And I know you're not. And I said please. Do I look like the kind of person who usually says please?
She really never does, honestly.
Fine. I don't see much use in pretending that anymore anyway. I assume you found the real Connors somewhere.
Oh yeah. Where did he go?
I think he's in the bathroom right now. I don't see why I should tell you who I am anyway, though.
Do you want to elaborate on that?
I don't see what leverage you have here.
We're all gonna blow up in 28 minutes if you don't.
And how on earth would you know that?
That's a story I don't really have the 28 minutes to tell. Here's the thing. I'll fucking shoot you.
Go ahead.
Okay. Tell you what. I've been through this with you before. Sure you don't remember. I could hit you again. Try to slap the memory into you. But I don't think time loops work that way. So do you know anything about those?
Is this one mad?
Extremely. In more than one sense of the word.
But no, she's telling the truth about that one. We checked.
Last time 3 times ago, I think, when I encountered you. You were on the bridge. I walked up, told you I knew you weren't the real Connors, because in a previous life, or whatever we want to call it, I had found the real Connors tied up in here with all of your shit. So I walked in, knocked the hat off your head, and when I told everyone on the bridge that you had a hostage hidden in this cabin and they went to check, you shot the captain. And then me. Does that sound like something you would do?
Ooh, you said he had an Ares Aegis tattoo too, right?
You do, right here. Good thinking.
I could have looked at that while I was sleeping. Doesn't really prove much. Do you expect me to believe then that there's some sort of time distortion here and you have lived to this day before, like a Groundhog Day situation?
Like, you've seen
Oh my god, you've seen Groundhog
Day?
Day? It's so good, right? Like, from a screenwriting standpoint, it is a perfect film.
I enjoy old movies, yes.
Wonderful.
So I think just maybe based on everything I'm saying and our general behavior and demeanor, it might be a little believable. So, who are you?
I'm going to have you roll before we get to that point because I want to see if he believes you.
Why would he? This is an insane thing to do.
Yeah. I don't know if this is provoke or rapport.
Can I hold on?
Intervene.
Savvy, roll first, and then I'll help if I need to.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, we can do that.
I'm
gonna set
provoke. I did threaten to shoot him,
You did.
and I will.
I'm gonna set the difficulty for this at a 5.
God, I really have to find my dice bags.
Oh god, I'll roll for
Holy
you.
shit! I rolled the exact opposite of what I rolled last time.
Nice.
So I rolled 3 minuses and a null. This time I rolled 3 pluses and a null. That's a 5.
Good job.
I
All
do
right.
nothing halfway.
Huh. Fine. You're saying you relive this day then?
Oh yeah, I think we're up to like 10 at this point.
And it resets what? Every time you explode, die, something like that?
I think it's death. There have been a couple of times where it's a little hinky, where it was just like sort of a hard blow to the head that I think maybe I could have survived, but the day was just kind of like, nah, mulligan. So, I don't know. Not a doctor.
Well, assuming you lost consciousness, you would have died eventually because the ship blew up.
Here's what I'll say. then.
Fair. I think it's the explosion.
I'm still not sure if I believe you in all this, but I'm willing to entertain a theory. So, here's what I'll say. I'm not going to say anything else to you for the next 30 minutes. But what I will tell you right now is if you are reliving this day,
Oh my god, are you about to tell me, like, this is something that only my dead mother would have known I know, and I have to come back tomorrow and
Silva.
tell you? Seriously?
say Silva to me and I'll believe you.
Seriously? We all have to get blown up again?
You
Fuck.
don't remember it!
Like the
Well,
color.
still, I'm sure it sucks.
Like the name.
Oh, Sylvia.
Wait, did
We
you say
all
Sylvia or
thought you were saying
silver?
silver.
Silva.
Silva.
Okay.
Oh.
I am so glad I didn't do this
Silva.
30 seconds ago. I shoot him.
You know,
You shoot him. You wait another 30 minutes. Day resets.
In that 30 minutes, I drink so much.
Oh, choke.
I spent-
You also take another point
Point.
of mental
Yeah.
stress.
Wait, I thought that only
Oh.
happened if Choke died before the explosion.
Oh no,
No,
it's gonna
the
happen every
explosion.
time.
Every
Well, she
time.
dies every
Oh.
time.
Yeah, because
God.
what's resetting
believe-
it is the explosion is killing
That's
I
so
everybody.
mean.
believe that we got a stress reset in chat, so I don't know. Maybe Weiss, like, do you want to like give that to Choke? I don't know.
No,
Like, maybe
that
you
was
could
for
do that.
Impulse.
Like, Impulse is fine.
That
She doesn't
was
remember shit. Like, I don't know. Maybe
For
just
Impulse.
No.
Next time she breaks
Chance
a nail
spends
or
the-
something.
Hold on, this is important.
Sorry, go ahead.
It's okay, it's really not important. Chance spends the entire 30
Jackass.
minutes saying Silver and Sylvie and Silva to himself because in his accent they sound the same.
Silva.
Say
Silva.
pin. Now say pen. No, you're just
Silva.
saying the same word. I said it.
Silva.
Welcome to 4 years of acting school for somebody
Silva.
from Alabama.
I think
Silva?
Clarity in the last 30
Missouri's not
minutes
much better.
like figures she might as well go find Zane again.
Fair.
All right,
Choke gets really
everyone to come.
just chugs like so much whiskey.
And Choke, you wake up again with a little bit of a hangover.
Just a little bit.
Cracking your skull's cracked open. And we're back here. And he is waking up again after Impulse stirs him awake.
Hello. Remember me?
No.
Of course you don't. Hello. You're a hitman of some kind. You're on a ship with 4 people who have fucking lost it. I'm stuck in a time loop. I know you're not the real Connors. And this is the 3rd, 4th time we've met? Something like that. You told me to say a name to you and you'd believe me. So, Silva, does that ring a bell?
Fuck. How?
She just told you. You literally told her the last time.
Like a Groundhog Day situation.
Yes, we've
Yes,
had
you've
this
seen-
conversation.
Oh my god, you've seen Groundhog Day? I love it. Like from a screenwriting standpoint,
It's a perfect
amazing.
film.
Yeah, it is. It absolutely is. How did you? Oh, right. Okay, never mind.
I just enjoy old movies. Oh.
I know. Who are you? Who is Silva? What's going on? We got about 28 minutes to go, pal. So
What happens in 28 minutes?
the entire ship explodes in blue flame. We all die. I get a cracking headache. And probably only got a couple more tries at this. So Choke has not explained that to anybody. I think she's probably explaining less and less every time.
Silva's unrelated to all this. That's personal business, but I believe you for however insane this all sounds.
Okay.
My name is Tharrow. I'm, as you put it, a hitman, assassin. I work for Ares Aegis.
Who are you here to kill?
Got you.
A scientist.
I'm working with like 27 minutes. My guy.
What scientist?
Dr. Hall is his
Okay.
name.
Why?
Because he stole something from the company.
Do you know what?
I don't. That's not within my purview. All I know is he's carrying a case within that he's smuggled aboard.
Okay, I can respect that. Hired gun. You don't know what's in the case.
Do you know what type of scientist he is?
He was a researcher working on. I don't really understand most of this stuff. Particle physics, something along those
That's
lines.
the one. Whatever he's got, that's what's doing it.
You're the expert.
I'm just a biologist.
So this doctor guy has something that gets blown up, and then we just keep time looping.
Apparently.
I would hazard a guess that whatever he has, in that case, it drops. Falls down. Just a guess.
So we just gotta find it. Only so many places it could be.
We'll find him, right? I mean, we've got the damn, list of
Right.
people on board of the ship, right? Let's find him.
He's not listed on the manifest. I've already checked that. You don't think that's the first thing that I looked for?
Well, then how do you know he's on the ship?
Security feeds caught him boarding the ship, but I believe he did it under an alias.
So we just find out what the alias is.
Sure.
Well, there's
There's
something.
only, what, 6,000 people aboard this ship?
I mean, the place of security like this, you'd have to have like a physical description of someone, right?
Yeah, isn't that like a Hitman thing? Like you get like a picture or whatever and you have to I don't know, memorize it or something.
I have an image of him on my datapad.
Right. So I just narrow down what he looks like with pictures of the passengers until we find the name that matches him.
Yeah, or figure out what room he goes into. He's gotta have luggage and things, right? Genius.
You're welcome to try. I tried running facial recognition, but I didn't come up with anything, so...
Yeah, well, you're not me, so
I went
you
through
try-
8 months of programming training as
Have
part
you
of
ever
my-
heard of what was it called? Oracle?
Mhm.
Have you ever heard of Oracle?
Yes, they handled my training.
She is Oracle. Alright.
am I?
Oh yeah,
Uh,
totally. Like you're like the spokesperson now.
Well, alright then, you might be more qualified to handle that than I was.
Question though, you said you did facial recognition on all of the passengers. Did you do it on the crew and the staff?
Shit.
Oh, fucking rookie mistake.
I've been under a lot of time pressure here, and also
That's
having to maintain a cover
especially
as the
weird,
first...
seeing as you were undercover as staff instead of a.
As a
No,
member of the crew.
Yeah, like, what did you think of that?
Did you honestly
really
think that like
embarrassing
you
for
were
you.
the
Wait.
only one that could like kill someone over there and take over the
You know,
Exactly.
hindsight is 2020. I don't
Super
really
embarrassing.
think
is this your first job?
I have completed over 100 contracts, and I tell you, I have a 100% success rate.
Oh, I think we're knocking it down to 99, my friend. Tell you what.
I don't like you people.
Oh, you'll grow
Yes.
to love us. Everyone does. Do I have to roll to lie? Or...
No, you can just lie. He doesn't believe you.
I tell you what. Is there... Oh, God, I have 2 questions.
Alright.
And I am gonna hate asking one of them. Is there something else, like another code word or something, I can say to you that is not only, hey, you should believe me, but we've met in a past time loop and we should be on the same side and you should help me?
If you give me the same name, I'll believe you. I'll at least listen to
Explaining
you.
just takes longer and longer every time. Okay. Have you ever... I'm gonna wrap these into one question. Had to dress up like a mascot, had to dress up in a chicken suit, or thrown a fish at someone and killed them with it?
Are you sure we haven't met before?
Please just answer the question.
Yes, all 3, not on the same day. It gets boring killing people the same way over and over and over again, so I figured you'd try something
Knew
new.
it!
Have to get creative.
How exactly does one throw a fish in a... You know what, never mind.
Have you ever been fishing? Do you know how fucking meaty those things are?
They're very dense.
Where do you think we get so much meat to fucking cook them? You can't do that with something that's mostly bones.
It's really all
Have
about
either
the
of
angle
you
and
gone
the
fishing
trajectory.
before?
In VR, in most popular old video game franchises have at least one fishing minigame.
Have you also played Big Bass 2000?
2001, but
A subpar year, in my opinion.
really? I like the customizable poles.
No, the original design of the game plus the campaign mode was much heavier. I mean, it was just all around a better game.
Aren't we on like a time limit?
Yeah, we're just not really gonna accomplish that much more today, and
Can I like at least use like the last few minutes to start trying to locate this guy?
Yeah,
I
like,
don't
can't
have
we
to do it
that with
tomorrow.
like the crew and like everything else, and then you have a name at least, right?
Oh, please go ahead.
did you play any of the old Hitman games, or you just...
They were very
influential in your
informative to
choice
me.
of career?
Yes.
And appearance.
I never had the patience.
You've never had a character that you just related to, so you modeled your appearance and your mannerisms and your accent after them? No? Alright. Just me then.
I was sort of an amalgamation of a few, I think.
While they're doing this, can I just like start hacking?
Yes, you can, because we're just going to keep doing this for the rest of the session.
You know, I didn't really
Like where
have...
that went.
You know, as a kid for a really long time, I just felt like I didn't really have an identity, so I sort of took characters' identities and layered them on until I came up with this monstrosity. Looking like General Grievous.
Yes, you can go. I guess we're rolling a
Well, don't I already have access to the like
the manifest.
best?
Yes.
So I'm just trying to match up aspects of the person's picture.
So
Well,
what you are
I have access to the manifest.
No,
no Clarity hacked it last
Anne
time.
is
Did we?
on
Oh,
all
that's
of
right.
Anne is on all of our data pads too, so
Yeah. So here's what you're gonna have to do though. So Agent 47 here, Thero, is gonna give you the is gonna give you an image of the doctor, and you have to essentially scan all of the security footage to look for this individual, and
why wouldn't
then
I just have a computer do that?
yeah, that's the footage that I'm talking
Yeah.
about. The like hard, yeah. So you're scanning the footage and trying to match that face. So you're still having to do the facial recognition part of it, which is what I think the
Yes.
role is going to be. Yeah. So let's do.
Technoscience?
Yeah, I'd allow that.
What's difficulty?
5.
Why? Got 4.
Because I make the rules.
I got a 4.
Do you want to spend
Could
a
we
fate point?
help?
That was
or,
so
yeah, somebody-
mean. Ow.
You can either spend a fate point to add +2 to that to bump to a 6, or if somebody wanted to try to
I can just spend the fate point.
Do it.
just do that. It's easier.
Okay. So it's a 6.
Okay. So with a 6, you succeed. So it takes about 26 minutes. And at the end of it, you have the so he, I guess backtracking a little bit, Thero gives you an image of looks to be middle-aged gentleman with a set of very thick circular glasses that he's wearing as he is boarding this ship. Shaved head and just a bit of like a black kind of stubbly sort of beard. And he is You begin to sort of run the facial recognition across the ship, focusing on the crew because you know that those weren't scanned before, and you do ping a crew member. He's not wearing the glasses, but you're able to, with your sophisticated use of technology and the program that you create on the fly, or at least modify, you're able to pick him out. You're fairly certain, I'd say within like a 95% accuracy, that that this is Dr. Hall.
Do crew members have like an access code for each of them that shows like where they are on the ship or something?
Yeah, so I will say you pick his name and then pull data from the ship's records matching that, and you match him to a Mr. Coriander, who is the what?
Spicy.
Yes.
Very spicy.
I can have weird names. Don't judge me.
No judgment. I liked it.
Well,
Remember
me
pencil
smile.
fingers?
you didn't come up with that.
But they used it, and that's the important thing.
That is the important thing. I don't have any NPC names to pull from right
Well,
now.
I was like wondering if there was like a employee code or something that like I could give Choke to give back to Clarity in the next time loop, so that I can just locate like where they would
Sure.
access the ship or something.
Yeah, they have like an employee ID number or
Mhm.
something that you can pull, and he currently works on the ship maintenance crew, or he is part of the ship like engine room areas where he is stationed. But yeah, you can pull that.
I give that to Choke.
Okay.
Engine room, right? You said that me and Alka went to the engine room once, right?
Yes, I did.
And as you say that, the ship explodes. Reset to the next loop. Choke, I'm going to say you know to take another point of mental stress.
Oh no.
easy.
That's all the ones I have.
You're full now.
Yep.
All right, so the next one you will start taking consequences.
You're
Don't have any of those yet, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I only have 3 out of the 4. Okay.
Okie dokie. So yeah, reset and back in, I guess, planning stage at the beginning of the loop where everybody's been convinced of what is going on.
Yes. I'm not telling anyone else. I'm just telling these 3.
Okay.
It's not really helping me that much to stress out everyone else on the ship. It's just taking up more time. So convince these 3. Tell them about. What was his name one more time? The
Dr.
hitman?
Hall.
Oh, Thero.
Oh, Hitman.
Thero. My brain was like, it's not Thanos.
If
But you don't know what it is.
Yeah, it's the arrow, but you take
Yes,
out the E
good.
and then you
Thero.
smash it together.
Okay. Listen, I have to remember a lot of things right now. And it's stressful. Okay. I'd give them the most basic rundown of sort of the sequence of events. Tell them about the room, tell them about Thero, tell them about Dr. Hall / Coriander. The case. Have given Clarity the code, the employee number, so we don't have to spend a lot of time tracking him down again. And any other highlights I may have missed.
So
okay.
we're looking for a potentially deranged particle physicist who may be in the engine room, who's got something that may cause the ship to explode, and Clarity has the information to get us there.
Yeah, pretty much.
Right.
Okay. So we still need to figure out why the ship keeps exploding?
My money's on the particle physicist.
The case. Honestly,
The
as long
case.
as we can stop it, we can figure out the why tomorrow.
Right, but I mean, like, figuring out why it's exploding might help us, like, make sure it doesn't. You know what I mean? But it all has to do with this engine room thingy. So why don't we just go to this engine room thingy? I guess that's fine.
I'm assuming that whenever employees like use like their access to stuff, like it'll track where they are on the ship, right?
Yeah, sure.
So like I could just like track where this person is.
I like how much that got said.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Makes sense
Yeah.
to me.
Yeah, no, it makes sense to you. You'd be able to track their like login history and
Mhm.
see where they last logged in.
Especially assuming that the engine room is very big on this giant cruise ship.
Mhm. Yeah. Yes, I will give that to you. So you are you sort of track the some of like the patterns and stuff, filter some things out, and you do see that he last did check in today at the main like engine room hub area, and is currently in it was like there's probably like a cooling maintenance facility as part of the engine facilities, and that is you have the location for it. I'm not going to sit here and come up with something, but you know where that's located right now.
Cool.
It looks like he's probably currently there, unless he left under somebody else's credentials.
Okay. I let Choke know at the very least. So like, do we all have to go and confront this person? Because I have like stuff that I like kind of want to do.
What sort of stuff?
You know, like stuff, hacking stuff.
I mean, if it goes bad, we and about 6,000 other people will die in a blue flaming death, but...
How much time do we have?
Couple hours.
Let her get her quickie in and she can join us later. Come on.
What?
Oh, come on.
What are you talking about? I'm doing hacking stuff.
Let's do hacking.
Stuff?
Pounds don't count.
Well, pants aren't electronic, so
Maybe you're just not hack- maybe you're just not hacking
Trance
the
a
right
high
people.
five.
Maybe you should just be here within reach of a good computer anyway?
I mean, I have my data pad, and I've like definitely like tricked it out so it does more than a usual data pad. So
Right. You
it's
just,
basically like a computer on my wrist.
just leave your ringer on.
Okay.
Everyone on this group has such bad priorities.
You know,
It's a compelling story, Val. It's real, okay?
It's real. This is how real people act. Should have named this the real world.
To no one in particular, Choke is like, there was a period of my life when I felt sort of in charge.
Choke.
Like I felt like we all had the same goals,
Choke.
priorities were in order.
Choke.
And I feel like I'm a parent to a bunch of teenagers and I'm losing them all to their boyfriends.
Oh.
Okay, Clarity's gonna have some fun time. You said we're on a time crunch, right? Chop chop!
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that at any point this particular loop could be my last, but
Is that like a quantum leap reference? I'm sorry, I didn't
Oh no,
thoroughly
you're
get that.
experiencing mental degradation.
Well, you're not the first man to say that to me, but
I didn't mean it like that. When assuming someone goes through a time loop over and over and over again, their mind's going to probably not. I'd go crazy for sure.
That was
Yeah,
in
well.
Groundhog's Day.
at least the hangovers are sticking. Nah, so.
Are you fucking serious? You have to go into a time loop over and over and you still get a hangover? That's... You should ask for your mind.
Oh, well, the first 10 or so I didn't, but they're starting to get worse. So that's where a little of, I think, the aggression might be coming from.
I honestly didn't notice any difference.
Maybe that's my problem. Maybe I'm just not aggressive enough anymore.
I
we
find you
go-
thoroughly scary. Like, in the best possible way.
No, you have to say that at this point, though.
No, what are you talking about? I find you absolutely terrifying. Like, in the best possible way.
So you get to the ship. We'll skip through unless there's anything you want to do as far as the boarding process, talking to, I've already forgot the name of all my NPCs, Heathcliff. You get through that. Heathcliff goes off with Eve to go check things. Where do we want to be jumping in? Where are we going? Who's going where?
Are we all gonna go to the engine room, or...
I'm going to the engine room.
I don't know if there's like something else we should be doing, or we should split up, or we sort of have clarity on the keyboard and the rest of us just go.
An impulse on the base. No. Sorry. I have no excuse this week.
Yeah.
I'm not on antihistamines anymore.
Do we want to minimize the damage to Choke's brain?
I mean, I don't, but
By splitting it
I'm sure you guys do.
Trying to do damage control. I mean, we could just all go together. I don't care.
Trauma.
No.
It's been a whole season since I did a healing arc.
I mean, unless you're gonna kick Impulse out to also go get laid before everyone dies, I think we can all just go together. Yeah.
No, I think Choke is probably under the impression that Impulse has experienced everything she's gonna experience.
I mean, that's true.
So,
But no, yeah, that's everything.
engine room, it is.
Engine
Okay.
room.
So Clarity stays back at the ship for
Can
hacking.
I ring her on?
With
Okay.
like a responsible friend.
And Chance, Impulse, Choke, you all head to... That feels like saying those words in order there feels like I'm saying something.
I don't know
Say
why
Impulse
it's
Choke
taken-
Chance. That's so much better.
Why is it taking you this long, though?
I don't know. I just became very self-conscious of
It's
it.
not
in
like
the
Sam just got here. Like,
No, it's not
You-
Sam,
you
it's
just-
you.
You have to put the chance between the choke and the impulse.
Because it's a Chance
Ew,
Impulse
but
choke.
no.
It's a chance.
I can't believe you would blame this on me when I warned
Or-
everybody.
An Impulse choke chance? Impulse...
I did not name my
Chance
character Choke on impulse. I talked to everyone about it.
It's true.
A chance choke impulse.
No, again, the choke and the impulse
Yeah,
have to be
it's
separated by chance in some
Yeah, because either it's an
Just
impulse
saying.
choke or a choke impulse.
I don't know. A chance choke impulse feels like where you start. And then...
Like you weren't sure if you were gonna like commit to it, but it just kind of
I
happened.
just had
But
a
at some point
chance
along
choke
the way-
impulse.
But at some point
At
along
some
the way,
point.
you do think about it and get some clarity.
Oh my god. What have
And
we
it's all
done?
downhill from there.
Oh
And
my
then you
God.
stream on Twitch.
Why did we all-
something
And-
hoodies.
And then it becomes a chance impulse choke. Yes. Okay. Have we
we've come
figured
full
this
circle.
out? Okay.
And clarity.
Including-
Clarity.
All right, I'm done.
Skylar sisters.
I'm not making these jokes anymore. I just had to get it out of my system.
These
okay,
jokes
so
anymore? The chokes? No more chokes?
No more chokes. Chokes have left the room.
I bet Sam can't wait to leave.
I love it here.
we are all naming, and whatever we do next, you're
Sometimes
all
you-
naming your characters sexually suggestive names.
Yes.
Just
Val, I've been doing that the whole time.
You just haven't noticed Sid's because of mine.
I might be able to
Exactly.
handle that.
We go to the engine
All right.
room, please.
You go to the
God,
engine room.
please.
you.
Be in this
I
time loop
just-
until July.
the idea. Okay, you make it. You have the credentials now to get back there. Heathcliff and Eve are also heading back in that direction. I assume you give a little bit of a buffer of space between them, unless you are interfering with them in some way.
I don't think so.
I just didn't know if y'all wanted to save Heathcliff's life, but we'll leave it at that if y'all don't really care that much.
God, now I feel bad.
You don't know him that well. It's fine.
Did you kill one to save 1,000? Was it 6,000? You let Heathcliff die? You had the chance to
But-
change your fate.
If you had the chance to change your fate,
Would you?
would ya? I feel like I need to take us to break so we can reset.
Wait.
and come back
No, we're doing
focused.
we're doing good. Chat has redeemed us a water break, and we should all take it.
I don't know if
We
water.
have a
I Dr.
chance. We
Pepper,
can
though.
change the face.
If you had a chance to change your fate.
Oh god, it burns. Oh, okay.
You're a
I was
bad
thinking
person.
about Merida's like rants from the Wreck-It Ralph 2 movie. Remember that?
I can
Maybe
hear
Mama Kate. She
Sam
turned into a big
in
damn old man
Morgan's
tried to do it. Oh my
It's
god,
the best.
seriously.
It's the best. I love
Samuel,
it.
Samuel, there is a door between us.
I can still hear him.
We could still hear him through the.
It's so good.
theater kids.
He has a great diaphragm. What?
I'm putting that in my Tinder bio.
I've been told I have a great diaphragm.
No, great diaphragms only.
Okay.
I'm gonna mute myself
so-
for 60 seconds.
I'm so out of it right now. You, following Clarity's instructions, there's a couple of corridors that lead out from here to like different parts of the engine room. Heathcliff and Eve head kind of straight back through the passage, which seems to lead to one entrance. Where you need to be going is actually off in a different direction from where that whole commotion is going to be happening. So, you can divert, not have to deal with any of that, make your way around.
We're gonna let Heathcliff die.
But if we maybe go and stop all of this rigmarole from happening, maybe he doesn't end up in the room anyway. Butterfly effect.
Wait, we
all
know
that
which
good stuff.
we know which room he's going into, right? Which room is it?
The engine room. It's just a different part of the engine.
Oh, it's just okay. It's just like a
the
separate
engine
part
facilities. It's the engine. Like there's no engine room. It's like the engine facilities. This is a
of it. Oh,
massive
okay.
ship.
I understand.
Yeah. Also, if we figure out what causes the explosion, we can do one more loop and send each and every one of us to do one thing to stop it from happening.
Can we just call Clarity and have her like vent a bunch of steam into that room or something so it fucks their shit up while we go do our stuff? I feel like she could do that in like 2 minutes.
Or at least just set off like a random alarm that says they all have to leave, or I don't know.
You do that.
We're trying to
I don't
feel
don't
like
know
we
that
at
any
least
of us
tried
know.
to save Heathcliff's life.
Well, wait, is Heathcliff being murdered?
Yes,
Yes.
Heathcliff gets killed accidentally by one of the maintenance
He gets shot, right?
workers who are on strike. Yeah.
What? I don't even remember this.
Yeah.
I didn't.
Impulse
I don't.
and,
I don't know.
Alpha
We
saw it.
knew about the on strike part. We just Impulse
well.
saw it, and then
There's a standoff that gets shot. He gets shot.
with a lug nut gun.
Which one is Heathcliff again?
He's the head of security.
The
The
butler who
Irish one
always
that
takes us
talks
onto
to
the
you.
ship.
It's
Okay.
not a butler. He's head of security.
He's the one who acts like a butler.
Hey, okay.
He's not a butler. He's head of security. God.
He can be both.
He's like Joe from The Princess Diaries.
Yes.
Yes.
He's exactly
Like
like that.
I love that. Actually, yeah.
We have to save him. He's in love with the queen.
Damn it. Well, okay. Now there's no time to lose. Let's go, people.
Yeah, I didn't tell you. Heathcliff is actually Captain Woods' husband.
No.
Oh, no.
Okay, now we have to save him. All right,
Shit.
let's go.
Okay, I call Clarity.
You know what to motivate me with, Val. You gotta give me a ship, and then I'm on it.
I gave you a ship. You're on a ship.
Yeah, and we fucking hate it here. I call Clarity real quick, and I'm just like, hey, can you, like, make some absolute chaos in this one room? I'm afraid Heathcliff's gonna die in there. Just whatever you can, like, crank out in, like, 2 minutes or whatever. Don't make a big deal out of it.
Don't say that right now with what Clarity's doing, please.
Choose my words extremely carefully.
Whatever you crank out in 2 minutes. NBD, you know.
You just hear Clarity go, hold on. Yeah, I can do that.
Great. Thanks.
I'm not going to give any
Are
sort of
you-
visual what's
Are
happening
you
there
having
right now.
fun, or...
No one needs that.
That's a whole different stream, y'all.
So I'm causing chaos in the engine room?
Yes.
One
in the
area specifically.
Okay.
yeah, well, like,
5B.
yeah, in that one specific area, Choke knows where it is because Impulse found it before. So, what do you want to do to cause chaos there? I think you can pull up security feeds, and you can see that there is like something going on there. There's a bunch of workers there. They're all carrying tools, kind of like weapons, essentially. Right now, they've formed sort of a blockade around that door. It looks tense.
Right. Can I control the temperature?
Yes.
I want to make it colder than Antarctica.
Okay. Cold is not what I expected, but I like it. All right. So I guess hack.
Okay.
Let's do difficulty 3 to change the temperature.
4.
All right, perfect. Yeah, I think this is sort of what happens is we get the camera feed footage, though I'm sure at this point Clarity's gone back to whatever she was doing. The security feed footage of the workers kind of staying there for a minute and kind of look around as the vents begin to like kick on full gear, and you see a little bit of like condensation kind of forming, and everybody's kind of looking a bit panicked as then the air conditioning vents begin to essentially shoot out like snow and like ice into the room, and they all begin to sort of shiver and pull, and somebody goes up to a panel and begins working on it, and they can't figure out what's going on, and by the time Heathcliff and Eve show up, it's completely broken down and it's chaos in there, and they're trying to figure things out and work on this malfunction, and that's where we are going to leave it. That might have saved Heathcliff. We'll have to see how it turns out if this is the last loop. The rest of you head across to the engine cooling facility that the doctor seems to be working out of, and you enter this area using the access codes that you have gathered, and find it's pretty empty. Not very many people around here right now, and there is one worker that you can see that is currently sitting on a stool by a computer, but has like a separate monitor pulled up and is like punching some numbers in there, and like seems to be typing something up. And as you walk in, just like quickly shuts it, turns around, and it is Dr. Hall. Can I help you?
Sorry, just
Oh God, I hope so.
I'm sorry. Are you supposed to be back here? If you got lost, I can have somebody escort you back to the main facility. So this is really employees only back here.
I didn't know you worked for a luxury cruise liner, Dr. Hall.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay, cut the crap, Mr. Particle Physicist. We're kind of stuck in a time loop situation, and we think you're at fault.
He bolts.
We get him. I hate it when they do that. You know I can't run in these.
run after him.
Okay. Roll athletics, Joke.
Athletics?
Yes.
I gotta have that in here somewhere, right?
Not very difficult. I'm gonna put it at a 1.
I rolled a 0.
No! Can someone help?
Either that, or she can spend a fate point.
This
None
feels...
of me left.
No, I have 2. I have 2. I'm just not getting them back.
No.
This feels pretty
Can
important.
I yell something after him?
Yeah, I was about to say I could lie really well and make him stop, but what do you got? Go for it, Chance. Have fun.
Ahem. I'm gonna yell after him. I just want to know how you create the anomaly.
I guess that'd be technoscience.
God, that one.
I don't know if we have another general sort of science thing. I guess that's the closest, because it's not bioscience.
No. So it's just a straight up roll.
Yeah, either that or rapport. I'll give you either one of those.
I have rapport. Not.
You do rapport
Do
instead?
it.
Okay. Yeah. Do that. Difficulty for this can be a little higher. I'm gonna put a 2.
I kind of want. Wait a minute though. I have Encyclopedia Pangalactica as a stunt.
Bless you.
It says because you have access to Encyclopedia Pangalactica, you gain +2 to creating advantages. Oh, it's with investigate. Never mind. I do this all the time. Ignore me.
I'll say
I rolled
either
a
you can spend a fate point to try to boost yours up to a success, which would boost Choke to a success, or Choke can spend a fate point to go and succeed on hers.
I'll spend a fate point.
Okay. So you'll succeed on that. Choke succeeds. So essentially what happens is he starts to run. Choke, you try to catch up, just like bull rushing after him. And then Chance yells this and sort of slows down side, looks over his shoulder, says, "Wait, what?" And that's just enough space for you to catch him. Just before he got to the railing that you were gonna bump into and push him over by accident with your prior athletics roll.
Oh, okay.
Oh, all right. Okay. Please don't kill me. I surrender.
Gonna pick him up, turn so my back is to the railing, and then set him back down.
All right. Oh, okay. All right. Who are you people?
Time loops. Bomb. Talk. No.
I don't know what you're talking about as far as a bomb goes. How do you know who I am? Did Ares Aegis send you? Are you here to assassinate me?
Not me. The first mate is, though.
I'm sorry, what?
Oh, yeah. I've talked to him. In 3 or 4 of the different times I've relived today. At this point, I've got a whole, like, code word and a whole conversation that I can give him to let him know that we're on the same side. So he works for Ares Aegis, but I feel like if I wanted him to shoot you, he'd probably also do it.
You're saying that you're experiencing some sort of temporal fluctuation that's causing you to relive this day,
Sure.
like Groundhog Day.
Like a fucking Groundhog Day.
It's such a good movie, right?
Yes,
it's like
it's
the
a perfect
perfect
film.
Yeah.
And according to our scientist, I'm also experiencing, what did you call it last time? Mental degradation?
That would be a common side effect of the temporal flux if you are, in fact, cognizant of its.
I'm extremely cognizant of it. So, what would cause whatever you're doing to explode an entire ship in blue flame in an hour or less?
Nothing I'm doing should
Should or
Oh.
could? Because I think they're two different things.
Oh no, did you make a miscalculation? Oh no.
Oh, how embarrassing.
But I checked the stasis on it. It should be fine. I just checked it earlier today.
Okay, well, a choke, I think, gives an exact time down to, like, the second, the decimal. This entire ship and all 6,004 folks on it are gonna die.
I'm sorry.
Did you count for being killed and potentially something falling?
Would
Oh,
your
I-
thingy getting hit with like a lug nut gun set it off somehow? Apparently there's like a lug nut gun. I've really like focused on this.
Do you
Or-
even know what it is that I've got with
What do
me?
you... I don't care. If you can explain it in 60 seconds...
I'm telling. All right, if you are not with Ares Aegis, and you're
55.
not here to reclaim it, I'll show you. It's fine. I'll show you. All right.
50.
It's back at my bunk. I have to take you back there. It's a little more than 60 seconds away.
Fine, but if you get an attitude with me again, I will take a little more degradation and just shoot you and start over.
Was
This
she
is normal for
cranky
her.
before?
Yep.
Oh, all right.
It actually has gotten a little bit worse, so I believe her.
Really? I thought it's gotten better. Look, her edge isn't there as much.
All right, well, just follow me. It goes over to swipe his key card to leave and says, and I am curious why you, if these temporal fluxes are in fact happening, why you would be the person that would be. Have you experienced any
If
sort
you
of
knew
trauma?
anything about us, I think it would make sense.
Right.
I like to think that it's like the universe's sick joke.
I don't find that physics usually works that way.
Well,
But I think that your friend might just be experiencing something unrelated and perhaps maybe having a mental breakdown from deep space travel because
no,
like I
we've ruled
said,
that out.
Fair enough. And you follow the Dr. Hall down the corridor, looping around a bit. A couple minutes later, you
Can we see
arrive at the
Mr.
cruise.
Walkway?
Mr. Walk down the walkway.
Mr.
We're
Walk-
not doing this again.
Mr.
We're
Walkway
not
down
doing
the
this again.
walkway, not my problem.
Not my
We're
problem.
not doing this again. We did this so
Whose
much
chair
last
is this?
week.
Mr. Balloon Hands.
It was this stream last week where
It
we did that like
It
forever.
was.
Okay.
Yes. I'm sorry. God.
Forget about it. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
And you arrive at the crew quarters, and long corridor of like very closely put together kind of little bunks. And he goes down to his and pops open the door. Heads inside, kind of looks back at you and sighs. Gets up on the bunk, pushes open a panel above the bed, grabs a big case and brings it down, and sets it onto the bed. You mind turning around? I gotta put my password in this. And
Are you fucking kidding me?
Time crunch. Come on.
Puts it as passcode.
What's his passcode?
6969. Oh, yeah.
0420.
That was my second guess.
Yeah.
Really?
It's my birthday.
That's extremely irresponsible of you.
Pops it open. And as he does, you see in the it kind of set into this mesh, like a foam casing, is a cylinder. It's black, and it has this like slit down the middle, which has this like brilliant bluish white light to it coming out of it, almost like it's sparking, like there's some electricity inside of it. And he pops it open. He says, "Look, it's fine. You see."
That's it.
And he
It's
looks
that
down,
color.
and there is a indicator on the side, like a battery, and it is flashing red.
Fuck.
Oh shit!
What
And that's
does
where we're
that
gonna take our break. It means we're taking a break, Sid.
Damn it! Fine.
All right. So
My
Thank
whole
you.
body just like tensed up, like, oh, it's about to explode.
what y'all didn't know is this behind the scenes is every time Choke has died, I have a electroshock bracelet that I'm hitting Savannah with. That
So I had to take my watch off last time.
No!
I'm just thinking about one of those the terrible like collar things that they
Dog
have for the
collars?
dogs.
Oh, the dog
Yeah.
shot. Bark collars.
No.
My dad used one of those on my mom when they were setting it up for
Oh
we were setting up one of those back
Now
at
we
our house.
can't go to
It's a long
break.
story. All right, I'll tell you real quick. They were setting up one of those in their yard we had an Australian Shepherd. It never worked on her because she would just run straight through it.
She was
and
a
you have to
monster.
keep going down the
She
street.
did not give a
anyway, when they were setting it up, my dad was like, I wonder if it's working. Reaches out and touches it to my mom's leg. And it was working. And she's never forgiven him for it.
He definitely
anyway.
did that with like the bark collars that shock you when you talk.
Yeah, this is one for the invisible fence. Anyway, that we're stopping there. We're gonna take a break, everyone. Thanks for watching. We'll be back in a little bit to finish our session, so stay tuned until then, and we'll see you very shortly. Bye-bye. Welcome back, Internet. I tried to get these nerds back on time, but they kept talking about theater. Let's
And
go.
sports?
And sports.
We were only
They tried
talking
to
about
talk
theater because we were
sports.
talking about sports, is the
And
thing.
classics.
Yeah.
And I was
Sports.
singing Maroon 5, but we don't have to talk about that.
Bruno.
We don't
Okay.
talk about Maroon 5.
All right. All right. Getting us back on track. Need to remember what we were doing. Dr. Hall has just opened up this box on the bed that has this strange
Yeah,
device
he
inside
didn't
of
charge
it.
the device and now it's going to explode.
Yes, the battery seems to be running out. And action.
So can you just like plug that in or...
Right. I'll just grab my power cable and plug it
Oh,
into
don't
this
fucking
shit.
try to out sarcasm me right now, you little nerd. I tell you what, I've been through this at least 15 days in a row, and if you even look at me sideways, I will blow this whole place up and start over. Not before finding out the names of, I don't know, your parents, your kids, your siblings, whatever you hold dear in your life, and I will threaten it within an inch of yours.
leans into Chance. I told you, it's gotten a little worse.
Yeah, right. I take it back.
And if you think you can see every place I could hide a weapon on my body, you're absolutely mistaken.
Takes sort of a step away from Choke. So no, I can't just charge it here. The special containment unit can only be charged when the core is removed from it. It's only meant as a transportation until I can get it to my buyer. It shouldn't have discharged as fast though. I calculated the trip. Something must be.
You fucked it up.
The containment unit must have malfunctioned. It's not my fault.
Don't really care whose fault it is.
Okay, if you can't charge it, can you fix the containment thingy?
I don't really know how I'd do that without.
Who would?
I mean, probably somebody back at Ares Aegis.
You just hear Clarity over the thing. Can Zane fix it? Over the comms.
Can I just like send them, Clarity and Zane, some pictures of it and be like, hey, do you know what the fuck this is and can you make it work?
What, is Zane on the comms too? Is that what we're assuming right now? Is nearby?
No, Clarity's just been listening to this
Okay.
conversation that's been happening.
Okay.
Well, I'm gonna send you some pictures. Can you just, I don't know, ask Zane if he knows what the fuck this is?
Okay. Hey Zane, do you know what this is?
That looks like a probably a class S5 containment unit for highly disruptive. Why do you mind looking at this?
Because this is going to explode if we don't fix it and kill everybody. In how long is it, Joke?
28 minutes?
28 minutes.
I mean, I can try to repair it, but if the indicator here is right on this image, it's running out of. I can't recharge it by repairing it. I can give you a little bit more time with the power that's left in this, keeping this containment unit
How much more time?
stable, but depends on how quick you can get it to here. I mean, based on that indicator, and based on if you said what you said, if you only have about 20 minutes left or so, I can probably triple that.
Can you do that now?
If you can get it to me right now.
Question: What is the value of this? What does this do? What are you taking it to your buyer for?
It's a core for a prototype warp drive.
Mm-hmm. And is that worth your life?
Wait a minute. A warp drive. Like for a spaceship.
Prototype, yeah.
Does that sound familiar to anyone else?
Well, we know of one, possibly.
Well, we can't see Clarity. I have a question. If it's a warp drive, can you just like activate it and have it warp away from us?
It's just the core. I don't have the rest of the. This is my intellectual property, the component I designed as part of the drive's overall construction.
Okay. Who's buying it?
I don't know their name.
You know something. Who's buying it?
there's a station off Europa that the Linnaeus was supposed to be docking at. I have a buyer there. Black market was going to be taking it because I didn't want Ares Aegis to steal my property.
Great. Well,
What about
luckily,
this?
go ahead.
What are they paying?
Cred.
How much?
Upwards of about 50 million.
Excuse us for like literally 15 seconds because that's about all we have. And one of the pieces of 8 is supposed to be off of Europa?
Yeah, so I had an idea.
Okay.
I don't know that we're going to be able to get it back to Zane to be able to save this cycle, but I feel like if I sort of speed run the next one, depending on what consequences my brain is under, we could get Zane, add as much time to it as he can, put it in one of the escape pods that this ship likely has to have to be up to some sort of corporate code, and just send it as far in the opposite direction as possible.
I mean, yeah, that
Sweet.
sounds pretty good.
Agreed, but what if... Well, we don't have a warp drive. We just have the power to a warp drive, so... Yeah.
Everyone lives. Ares Aegis doesn't get it. The black market doesn't get it. I don't have to do this anymore.
Right.
Right.
And how are we going to convince Dr. Hull, who is listening to me say this right now, how are we going to convince Dr. Hull to let us do that?
I have 4 arms and 3 of them are robotic.
Now, listen, I think there's a way we can repair. I can't just let 50 million credit. This is my life's work. I can't just shoot it out into space and let it explode.
Well, if you don't, your life is over and you can't do any more work. So if you've got an idea, I think you've got about 20 minutes to tell me about it.
Is it possible you're missing a part?
It's a miniature-ass black hole. I don't know how I'd be missing a part to it.
Not in the actual unit itself, but in the containment unit.
I mean, I thought I grabbed all the parts to it when I left. I mean, it's just
I'm just spitballing.
What are you thinking, Smarty?
I'm wondering if... Well, it would be a risk. But I'm wondering if we do another loop. If we find him right at the beginning, it sounds like when we met him, the battery was not uncharged. He'd been looking at it. If we can find a way to stop the battery from discharging, not only could we take the warp drive, we could help him get his pay and have something really cool out of it. We just need to figure out what's wrong with the containment unit.
Which he's not an expert in,
No, but Zane
but
is.
Zane is. Or close enough.
Close. Zane, could I stream a video of the containment unit and you can pilot me via Anne?
If we're gonna have to do
To fix
another
it.
loop anyway, why don't I just bring Zany with us next time?
Oh, right. Oh, that too. That too.
This sounds like it's gonna be very bad for everyone involved.
Listen, I don't come up with the most parsimonious solution. I come up with the coolest one.
I do know what one of those words means. Okay. Zane can look through your eyes now, though, right? Any of you? Because you've
Right.
got the...
Yeah,
Zane?
sure.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry, I know you had plans. I need you to tell me every important thing about this that you think I can remember.
Okay. I'll
Promise I'll make it up to you.
right. So
Oh no, we were done.
You know what? I'll make it up to you anyway.
right. So class S5 containment drive can be and just like starts listing off schematics and
I think at this point,
data on it.
because she's been doing it, Choke is just like trying to remember like strings of numbers because they'll probably mean something to him.
Uh-huh. And the Dr. Hall is panicking and freaking out and like this entire time this is going on saying, you know, this thing's gonna explode. We gotta stop it. We're all gonna die here. And then finally the whole thing explodes.
Don't worry, you won't remember.
And Choke, you are engulfed in blue flame again. And it hurts. And you're gonna take a consequence.
My first one.
Yeah, so you can take the lowest. It'd just be a mild consequence this time.
Okay. Do I just
Whatever you...
now? Do I just get? It's one of each for consequences, right?
Unless you had something that gives you multiple. If your physique or will are high enough, you could have gained another.
I did not do that.
Okay.
Okay.
So I can't think of a good one here. It's a good consequence for repeatedly dying in a time loop.
Nihilism? I don't know.
Pyrophobia.
Okay, I can go with that. That feels like a severe one though. If you were, this is mild consequences are like that's like gonna go away in a little while.
Okay.
Phobias aren't typically something that you can deal with.
I don't
by
know.
Taking a nap.
I was trying to think of a fun name.
I'm gonna go with migraine.
Cool. Because those are mild.
In comparison to what a moderate or severe would be, severe being like, yes, I have. I guess it just depends. Would you rather lose your arm or have a migraine?
No, not again. I just got these.
I just got
Okay,
these.
migraine.
All right. And you reset.
Now I have to think about how Choke experiences migraines. That'll just be fun for me. We don't have to talk about it.
So we are speed running this, right?
Yes.
I get chance, impulse, and clarity. I give them the absolute bare bones, sort of like critical path through what we need, when we need to do it by, here's the important names you need, and fill them in on the fact that it's a time loop. Okay.
Joel, whatever you say.
I'm gonna go get Zane. Nobody is gonna mention a time loop to him. No, we're gonna act like this is totally normal, and we've talked to the captain of the other ship, and they're having a weird malfunction on this device that's on board. It's not a big deal, but we think he might have the expertise to fix it. Because if we scare him, I'm afraid he's just gonna panic the whole time.
Cool.
Okay. Gets in, we go on the ship, we fix the blue warp drive core. Everyone lives. We're back in time for dinner.
Turns around, walks out of the room.
Jensen's
Zane?
over to.
Yeah.
Jensen's over to.
Do it.
good.
Say
I was gonna
it.
just lean over to Impulse and go, does she seem alright to you?
Honestly, I don't know if I would have believed all of that, but that's literally the most intense I've ever seen her. So I do.
Oh no, I believe her. I'm just
Zane. Hey.
Yeah.
Question. The other ship, the Linnaeus, I was talking to the first mate. They have, I don't know, some sciencey thing aboard that they're having a bit of trouble with. Would you mind coming with us and looking at it?
I mean, I can. Should I deal with the ship first? Why do I have an accent now? Because I didn't have that before. I can.
all
Do you want me
really
to deal
tired.
with the ship first?
I mean, honestly, I feel like handling this over on their ship is probably going to get us a little bit of goodwill. Maybe we can make the whole thing go a little faster, if you know what I mean.
Okay. Yeah, let me just I'll grab my tools and I'll come anything I need specific. What am I fixing?
Well, it's actually the containment unit for something else.
Okay. Any more details? than-
This is trying so hard, realizing she does not have the language to lie about this.
Just kind of rattles off some of the, like a model number or something that maybe she is the one she remembers.
A refrigerator? No. I think you transposed to. That's a. What are they transporting?
Yeah, so we can talk about that on the way, right?
Yeah, let's do that. Looks very worried now.
It's fine.
And
It's
goes to,
fine. We've caught it before it's an actual problem.
That's good to know. I just want to make sure we weren't going to be going onto the ship and it's going to like explode in an hour or something. So.
No. No.
All right. I'll grab my stuff and be right back.
I don't know how you have the heart to lie to him.
I don't think my heart even works anymore.
Well, Charlotte has to. It's pumping blood, otherwise you'd be lying on the floor.
I
Does it?
think we're talking about like the metaphorical heart.
That makes a lot more sense.
It's for the best. I've seen what happens when we tell him.
So, are you skipping the part where you go actually get Dr. Hall? Or are you just breaking into his room to get the device now?
That's what Choke wants to do. I don't know where everyone else has sort of landed.
Well, considering like he's like the one that put it all together, like, you know what? Why don't you just take Zany and get started? And maybe we go talk to the doctor and get his ass in gear and head on over to you.
Sure.
Okay, great. You give me the lowdown on this guy again? Get all the information.
Okay. So splitting the group, Choke, Zane going to the doctor's room to get started on that. Impulse, Chance, going back. Okay. What is Clarity going with the group since Zane's not going to be on the ship?
Yes.
I assume Clarity is going with Choke then to see if you get the time.
Or, you know, if there's maybe work you can help with.
Yeah, that second one.
Okay.
Okay. Let's divide the groups then. So it's like as soon as you get on with like Heathcliff, it's like everything's in this direction. You've all already split off to go your other way. It says, "All right, then bye now," and everybody.
Can we just
Goes off
tip
their
on the
direction.
data pads or...
Choke, you take Zane and Clarity, crew quarters. Wind your way down the narrow hallway. I'm not
8,
gonna
6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 2.
Okay, yeah. You remembered it. And yeah, you access his room. pop up on the bed, lift the thing up, and I think Zane at this point is like, we're not supposed to be in here, are we?
It's okay, Zane.
Why are they keeping the thing that I'm repairing in the ceiling above a room?
Because they don't know it's here.
How do we know it's here?
It's really complicated.
As in Choke pops open the...
I'm clairvoyant. Pops it open.
Zane, if you don't ask any more questions about what we're doing, I will reward you later.
There's a whole dynamic shift with this NPC now that I am having to process in my head.
Is there though?
Or has the dynamic just found its stride now?
Yeah. I
Do
think
we
it
all
has.
just know about it now?
Yeah, I think it's just there now. Yep. So.
This is what-
Holy shit.
I know. The Choke is just gonna like rattle, just like from just like rote memory, like not separating any of it, just doing the best she can, everything she remembers.
I'm just gonna assume you can make sense of that.
Yeah. And Zay moves up to it, is like very gingerly, like moving the device and looking at it. I can't.
What can
Based
you
on-
do?
I can try to stabilize it if I can repair the capsule. It looks like the battery unit might be malfunctioning. It's discharging into. It looks like the diodes here are disconnected. I can fix it. Based on the rate of decay, though, I'd say maybe about 50 minutes left. If I can, at the rate it's going, if I can repair it, then I maybe give us 3 hours.
And that's the best you can do.
That's the best I can do with this much to charge left. I
Do
mean,
it.
you got maybe like. Oh, okay. Claire, can I have some help here?
Yeah.
You realize if I mess this up, this whole place might explode. Is that okay? I might feel like it's getting hot in here.
Listen,
I'm just having a hard
no,
time.
look at me. Look at me. You're really good at this. It's gonna be fine.
And have you roll.
Oh god.
It sounds like a rapport.
I don't have that.
Well, you're just gonna have to give it your best shot then. Roll 4 dice. I'm gonna put the difficulty for this at a 1.
I got a 1.
There you go. Zane sort of. I got this. 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 Just leans down and says, "Can you grab the thingies from the pocket on the right? The thing with the stuff over there. You know what I'm talking about."
Got it.
and starts getting to work.
How's the doctor?
The doctor.
Impulse and chance. So you make your way back to the doctor, turns around. Are y'all lost? I'm sorry, how can I help you?
We're gonna need to talk.
Talk about what?
About the warp drive containment unit that you have in your bunk right now, I think? Dr. Hall, right? You need to come with us or the thing is going to improperly discharge and the whole ship's gonna explode?
I can't decide if that's rapport or provoke.
I can keep going to make it rapport. And yeah, a friend of ours has kind of, been dealing with like a temporal loop for the past several days. So,
Let's go with rapport.
okay.
I'll have a chance on standby to help. What I set the difficulty for this before when you guys were doing? I'm gonna put this at 3.
Okay. Okay. Well, that was 2 nulls, a plus and a minus, so nothing. But I have a +5 in rapport, so 5.
Okay, yeah, you succeed. How do you know all of that?
again, the whole temporal loop thing, our friend has like relived this over and over to the point that, yeah, I think it's kind of rubbing her the wrong way. So if we could like make sure that this is like the last time that she has to relive having the ship that she's in explode over and over, that would be great.
So you're saying she's experiencing a temporal disturbance that's causing her mental degradation?
Yes, she's been through this time loop about 15 to 20 times at this point, from what we estimate. She's experiencing some severe mental degradation. She's gotten some migraines.
She's just
aggression
really
seems
pissed
to
off in
improve.
general. Yeah.
Has she started speaking backwards yet?
Not quite.
Is that a thing?
We have time then. And try, and it goes like, okay, tell me where she is. Show me where she is.
Oh, yeah.
All right. You all meet up while Zane is working. I can't decide if I want to make Zane roll or not, because I don't really like leaving big things up to the NPCs to roll for. I'm just going to say he does it. We'll just go with that.
His lady friend gave him a good pep talk. He's fine.
His lady friend, yeah. As y'all arrive, I think that's about the time when Zane finishes and says, if it doesn't explode, I don't know why I keep having the voice. If it doesn't explode in the next 10 seconds, then I think we're good. Okay, I think we're good.
For what, 3 hours?
Maybe a little bit less. That took me a little bit longer than I thought I was going to.
That's fine. That's fine.
Good job, Zane.
I'd say 2:30, 2:45. Okay. Thank you. Where are we going to get this thing in the next 2 hours, 2.5 hours?
As far as I'm concerned, deep fucking space.
And that's the point that the doctor shows up and says, what are y'all... What did you do? What did you...
Fixing your mess.
The contain... Why is the battery indicator so low? Were you draining the power of that? Are you trying to blow up the ship?
Oh, fuck. No, you goddamn idiot. It was already low.
You didn't
Have we
explain this
mentioned-
to him. I thought that was like
We
half the point.
totally did. I said we've talked like 15 times. You've already gone through this. She knew it was gonna happen. She's lived it like 20 times already.
I grabbed this doctor by his, or whatever, the shirt, whatever he's wearing.
Listen. I am about one loop away from fucking speaking backwards. So, Zane has fixed your problem for now. We've got, I'm gonna roll with 2 hours just to, be safe. But I've died in an explosion about 15 times at this point, so you're gonna shut up and you're gonna be so nice, so cordial, so polite, your mother would be fucking proud of you. And you're gonna help us figure out what's going on, and if we can keep this thing from exploding totally, or if I need to put it on an escape pod and launch it the opposite direction from Europa, which is where you're going, yes, to sell this on the black market. Because you didn't want Ares Aegis to have it, but somehow that's better. Dr. L.
Told you she's done this a couple times.
All right, I believe you. Can you put me down, please?
You were saying?
I don't know how to charge the containment device. All I know is if we remove the core from the containment device without it being housed within appropriate housing, that it'll destabilize and it'll explode.
And what would be appropriate housing?
Well, you need a magnetic field sufficient enough to stabilize a miniaturized black hole without it making contact within the vacuum against the sides of the container.
And you have a spare one of those, right?
No.
I don't think he does.
Zane chimes in. Yeah, the only way I can think of to charge this thing would be to, I don't know, you need a pretty big source of power to do that.
Well, I mean, I know a few people who think they know a thing or two about magnets, but we've made it a little far away from them.
Well, weren't we here to get power?
In theory,
What if we use that power to power this from the ship, and then we use this warp drive to go to Europa?
and how do we leave Europa?
We still have got our ship, but you have to put a warp drive in something.
Well, sure, but I mean, if we're using the power to power this, our ship won't have power, and we're gonna have to hope that somebody in Europa will be as nice to us as the Linnaeus was.
The warp drive's still very, very early stages of prototype. We haven't even done human testing on it yet. Like, if you want to plug this into your ship and
Nah,
just
you sound like every
pray-
doctor I've ever spoken to. Blinks lizard eyes.
so you're just gonna steal.
That's not part of like the whole like time loop thing. She had that before. No worries. Yeah.
Oh no, this is from being shot.
I'm
Or
willing
the
to bet we'd
direct
survive the warp
aftermath.
drive.
You're just gonna steal my technology then. That's the
Oh no, absolutely not.
I wouldn't think of it as stealing. Because
You come with us.
I think, I mean, Chance, you can lay out your plan if you want, but for those of us who were listening, I think the idea was to go to where you were going to sell the damn thing.
all right. Mm-hmm.
But you're now working with a bigger team, so the cut changes.
So 50-50.
That's so cute.
No.
We can negotiate as we go. Yeah. Okay. All right. I don't know about
Sorry, continue, Doctor.
your engine's drive schematics and whether this would even be compatible with it. And Zane says, I got it.
It's my boy.
Okay. Then
Well, in that case, if we can make the drive compatible with our engines, we don't even need the power to hold the containment unit. We'll be using the drive, and we can use the power to power our ship.
Well, if we can make it compatible with our ship, why are we going to sell the thing?
this could explode and kill everyone here.
So could I.
Fair. Okay. Then. All right. And you're gonna trust it to this kid to get all this set up.
I'm sorry, that's more of a man and a genius than you'll ever be.
Agreed.
Zane just looks like he's gonna cry in the corner.
It's
Has
fine.
had
If something
a
goes wrong, you
roller
won't remember
coaster
this.
of emotion. I'm sorry.
You're doing amazing.
And as far as I'm aware, Ares Aegis is not paying for functional technology, they're paying for a prototype. How are they to know if we maybe switch it up a little?
I didn't think he's selling it to Ares Aegis, considering Ares Aegis
Oh, you're right.
came to kill him.
It's fine.
Honestly,
The seller, how do they know? They're still buying a prototype.
here's my guess. It's probably ideas, and they're trying to get a step up on, that certain something that they've been looking for this whole time. Just saying.
Honestly, I'm just really proud that you're not still blaming Catechism for literally everything.
I mean, deep down in my heart of hearts, I know that they're
We know they
responsible
were-
for everything bad
they're
in the
behind
world.
it.
But,
So, we do sort of our style of plan. Put the real one in our ship, use it to warp to Europa, taking the good doctor with us, of course, without whom this whole thing would not have been possible.
You.
Switch it out, wasn't a compliment, with something that
Pathetic.
looks like a prototype. Sell it, split the money in the best way we see fit. Doctor, you are very far away from the people who want to kill you, and you go your way and we go ours.
Zane raises a hand in the corner. At what point do we pretend to be a repair company?
Or at any point. I just assume we're going to do that at some point.
We could just do
Aren't
that
we-
for fun.
Yeah.
Aren't we sort of doing the reverse of that right now?
Yeah, whose turn is it to name the company, actually? 'Cause
I
if
Oh, I've
like
never done it.
chance. Yeah,
Yeah.
Chance
it's a
hasn't done
chance,
it
yeah, I
before.
think it's your turn.
Perfect. Oh, you want it now?
Oh, no. I mean,
No, you can brainstorm. Yeah.
I mean, at least an
I need
hour,
some time
would
for
think.
that.
Brainstorm's a good name for a repair company. All right. Smash cut.
How did we end up here?
I'm gonna smash cut this because I think y'all have kind of solved or come up with your own solution. That wasn't the solution that I thought it was gonna be, but is a solution.
When is it ever?
We're gonna steal it.
I think
We
get
broke
the-
into a tech
solution.
headquarters to steal a dead body, to steal tech out of its head that we could have just got somewhere else.
I think we see the images of probably Zane and Clarity and probably Chance helping a little bit too. Working on the engines, getting things ready. I guess Phoebe's problem. Thinking about anyone that has technology backgrounds. Very quickly trying to get the engine compatible with this drive. Really kind of jury rigging it the best that you can. Getting the drive situated, getting things charged, watching with crossed fingers as the bar begins to charge up, and then a sigh of relief as everything seems to be okay. And it restabilizes. The engine has power after a few hours. Do y'all go back and enjoy while everything is happening for the next few hours? Actually, go like enjoy the whole thing, the oasis.
Am I gonna do this? Choke pulls Impulse aside real quick.
Yeah, can you make it quick though? Because I was gonna kind of go,
Absolutely.
Grab
I
out there real
have
quick.
one question and I need absolute honesty.
Sure.
So, massages. Does anyone
Yeah.
talk to you while you're getting those?
Do you want them to? Then tell them you'd like them not to.
How long do those last?
You could do like a quick 30, maybe a 45. I like a nice 90-minute though.
Is that
Like,
the longest time when you can sit in a room with no one talking to you?
I mean, they might do a full 2 hour if you would like.
Yeah, can you just sign me up for something you think I would like and tell them not to speak to me?
Are we doing this? Okay. Okay. Does it have to be a massage the whole time? They won't talk to you, I promise. Like the whole time, whatever they do, they won't talk to you.
Don't care.
Okay. Great. So excited. Like just smashes as many fucking like spa experiences into a 2-hour period that she can and explicitly tells everyone to shut up.
I like the idea that this, and I imagine booking it under the like very high, like deluxe package credentials that
Yes.
you guys had stolen and stuff too. So everybody's
Tip
just,
outrageously.
If you speak to me, I will kill you.
Not a word.
Everybody in the staff is like just shitting their pants the whole time. There's like at one point somebody like drops something that makes a little bit of like a clanking noise. Everyone just like freezes and stares over at Choke. Who I imagine just sitting there with like cucumbers on her eyes.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it is the most tense massage or spa treatment that you've ever seen. Everybody on the staff is going to need a spa day to deal with this. With
We
the
like
stress of
we like full on stole other people's like accounts and money and stuff, right? But just whatever account that Choke's alias is attached to, at the end when they ask her if she wants a tip, she just empties it.
Wonderful. That probably helps them feel a lot better. Anybody else do anything with the rest of our beach episode that we started?
A month ago.
Did the same stuff that I did at the beginning.
Yeah, I was about to
Like
say
the
Impulse
first- yeah.
rents out like a private hot tub for her and Alco, and yeah, fade to black for 2 hours. Mhm.
Okay.
Is there time after we install the warp drive for stuff?
Yes.
Okay, yeah. Clarity does the same thing she did before.
Oh, okay. Didn't know if there would be new stuff.
Choke does still go and buy Swin a gift.
Okay. You do actually get the gift.
But she's Choke, but it's the same one she bought last time.
Did she still buy the swimsuit though?
Yeah, because Choke remembers everything from the last loop, so she knew what Swin enjoyed from that whole experience.
Yeah. She buys 2.
Is one in
Nice.
gray and the other in black?
One is black, and the other is almost black, but it's like a very dark, like burgundy red.
I was hoping it'd be like hot
Ooh.
pink or something,
No.
lime green.
Almost black, but it's actually lime green.
Perfect.
Yeah, she buys Swin a gift, buys a couple swimsuits, probably buys like Swin a few things because she's been through this at this point and sort of like has like clocked like what she's been looking at in the shops. But then like all of the money that was in this account, she just gives to the people at the spa and is like, "Listen,
Okay.
you deserve this. Have this, like
Love it.
millions of dollars. I don't care. Have this. It's not mine."
All right. So, Chance's moment with Phoebus and getting and like all of that happening. I assume at some point Chance has explained all the neural implant stuff. Like, we didn't see that on camera, but I think we talked about Choke purposely like explaining all that. So I assume that happened at some point. Impulse and Clarity go do their things, fade to black for as long as we need to. And yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that we could do on the ship. Is there anything else before we wrap things up on the Linnaeus?
Oh God, can we go save Heathcliff? Maybe we should go save
Oh,
Heathcliff
Heathcliff.
from being killed in a
Okay, we can
workplace
say y'all-
dispute.
Because you did that previously with it. Yeah.
He just works
yeah.
really hard and doesn't deserve this, honestly.
I think at some point you hear an announcement during all of this. There's like a small broadcast, and it's essentially goes over like there's been a small dispute. The air conditioning system has been restored to our guest compartments. We apologize for any inconvenience. If you hear any, and then there's like a kind of a printout. You hear some people talking about. Apparently, there was this. This essentially union that formed, or this like amongst the workers and the maintenance staff who had grown dissatisfied with their wages, and they were referring to themselves as the as the red herrings. But y'all never got into that, so we didn't have to deal with that there. I had a whole thing set up where I was hoping that y'all would go to that, and you get all the way to the end, they'd be like, "Yeah, our group's name. We're the red herrings," and y'all
We
just
would
be like,
never.
Fuck. And you
God
just skipped
damn it.
We're
so.
too good at
that
or
would've been-
bad or extremely bad at this.
I don't know. Y'all skipped my distraction, which was probably going to take an entire episode. Essentially, cut one episode off of this whole thing.
I think if at any point, like during that announcement, Choke just kind of goes to the rest of the group and is like, just like, I mean, we can hack these accounts. Like, can we just give them a shit ton of money? Like,
I mean, they could basically just like put it into a retirement trust, right? I mean that.
What?
we just put like a shit ton of money into a trust with like the names of the crew that are below the outrageous pay grade.
We could even take the money from the crew that is high pay grade and give it to the crew that's low pay grade.
Well, we don't want to do that.
Why not?
No, let's just support their
Everyone
union.
deserves a living wage.
Yeah, let's just
Yeah,
support their
I'm
union.
not saying we ruin the high pay grade's lives. I'm sure they've got a substantial savings. We just even it out.
When you say high pay grade, who are you referring to?
Obviously, just like the captain and the first mate. You know,
Oh,
like
but
the
first
1%.
mate, the first mate is actually an assassin. So does that?
Oh
Okay.
wait, the real first mate is on board though.
Oh,
true.
okay.
So, well,
Oh shit!
let's say just the captain.
Where's
Not
he?
even- Wait, no. We take it
They'll
from
find
the
him when they
cruise
clean.
the people who own the
Oh my
cruise
God.
company.
Yeah, just
Well,
take it
anyone
from
on,
the CEOs.
on staff. Yeah, take it from
Yeah.
the CEOs.
Yeah.
I'm not sure the captain gets paid enough for this.
Well, based on what I've seen, probably not.
By the end of this, all of Omnitrust has unionized. Everyone.
Led by Jorts.
Yep.
Yes. Jorth's the cat.
That's the name we set up the trust in.
Jorts
Yes.
the cat.
Mm-hmm.
Because at this point, in the future, Jorts the cat has discovered immortality and lives in this cyberpunk world trying to establish unions everywhere.
Canon.
It's the cat is a cyberpunk tabaxi now.
We give the crew a shit ton of money because they deserve it.
Yes.
Perfect. You do, and they do. Okay. You make sure all the crew is,
Eat the rich.
is well paid. This ship is not making it back to port. Everyone quits as soon as they get to their destination.
Good. Good for them.
Good for them.
And yeah, I think if there's nothing else you do, then after your ship has finished its repairs, Heathcliff, who has survived, gathers you all and says, I appreciate your patience when I got you up and running. Seems like everything is ready to go. I will escort you back, and I appreciate you being civil amongst our guests and abiding in the rules that we set and not causing any trouble. I had my misgivings in allowing strangers, obviously, onto the ship who hadn't been properly vetted before, but I had a good feeling about y'all, so I hope that you enjoyed your time aboard the Linnaeus.
We had a good feeling about you two, Heathcliff.
Well, please, safe travels and good luck in your business.
Thank you.
And all of you reboard the little Scarlet. I assume Dr. Hall being with you right now as well. You're smuggling him off the ship, essentially. And you detach, leaving through the depressurized airlock and back out into the vacuum of space. Kind of guiding away, watching the Linnaeus kind of fade into the blackness. Alco back at the bridge says, all right, well, that went pretty easy then. Nice little vacation.
Yep.
So Zane was explaining an upgrade to the ship drives. I don't think I really understood it, so I'm leaving him in charge.
I think
Something
Choke
with
just, like,
coordinates.
Sort of like almost reflexively like says something about the warp drive and then starts to rattle off like a bunch of like specs and everything and then stops. You know, it's
Sure.
fine. He'll handle it.
Okay. Well, Zane, I'll leave that to you. What do you think our ETA is going to be with this new drive? Zane, who's sitting at a console, says, well, I guess we'll just see. Are we sure about this? Do you really want to try the warping thing and see if we get... I'll take that as a yes. Okay. And Zane punches in the coordinates unless somebody objects to warp your ship to the to Europa.
No longer fear death. I welcome it as an old friend.
Zane then... All right. Click. Hits the last button, and all of you hear this kind of... There's this... Hold on. I think I just hit the wrong thing.
You're pressing the clutch.
Zane, is there a problem? Oh, shit. Hits a couple of things, and suddenly, at the same time, there's this like explosion of this like blue energy as the ship accelerates, and then there is this... Well, it feels strange. All of you at the same time feel this sort of pulling sensation. And then at that same moment, as you look left and right, you see sort of reflections of yourself kind of cascading off into the distance like mirrors back to back, and you see yourselves like looking left, looking right, looking left. And in that moment, everyone except for Choke, suddenly there's this like flashing as all of these like images sort of smash back together, and you remember dying a lot. You remember the first time at the beach and the celebrations. You remember Choke acting all nuts the second time, not understanding her and being confused, and over time and again, her having to explain everything to you and going through it. And then everything sort of stops and the ship stops accelerating. And as all these memories are like rattling around your head, everyone on the ship, except for Choke, because he's already dealt with this, staggers for a moment. You did what? Alco says. He turns around. And I think that's where we're going to end our session. Because I can't think of a better place to end this. I know we're a little bit early, but starting anything else is just going to take us way over. So, good stuff, y'all. You did it. You solved my time loop puzzle. So good job. I think that is going to entail for a big ol' improvement. Big ol' milestone.
There are gonna be some emotional consequences.
I'll just say... I think we'll go with the major. I think this will shake things up a lot. Maybe?
Yep.
Yeah, we'll go with that. I'll go with the major
milestone.
Major milestone. Awesome.
Yeah, we're gonna have to talk about this next time. Because there's no way that at that like blue light, Choke didn't have a full-blown panic attack.
Yeah. So what, everybody remembers everything, all the conversations. Clarity remembers banging Zane just an unconscionable amount of times. All of you remember dying a lot. That'll be fun.
Mm-hmm.
I can't think of any negative consequences to all of this and the crew that you hid all this from for a long time.
Do I still have a migraine?
I think minor consequences go away fairly quickly.
Okay. How does stress go away? Because I have so much of it.
That goes away at the end of a session, or like
okay.
once you
Just goes.
when any time passes. Like when the scene ends, your stress clears. So yeah, your stress is back to normal.
Cool.
I'll double check about the mild consequence, but I think that goes away. I'm pretty sure you can make a check to make that go away. It goes away when you rest. So
I'll leave
that'll
it for
probably be
now
gone.
and then.
Yeah, pretty quickly. All right, I'll let you guys do your improvements, your milestone stuff. Anyone have any? Before I take us out, does anybody have anything they want to plug, promote, talk about before we get going?
I mean, I have a lot I want to talk about.
Well, let's sit here and chat then. We got time. You want to talk about Kingdom Hearts? We want to talk about football?
Oh, we haven't talked about Kingdom Hearts in a long time.
Oh God, you got a Norda boy though.
My
You said
favorite-
Norda boy for a long time.
Norda boy.
Morgan, help. You have 2 minutes. Tell us about Kingdom Hearts.
Okay, so
Mark that.
now I'm under pressure.
Take your time.
There's
You got
a
time. You got
boy
time.
named Sora, and he lives on a place called Destiny Isles with his friends Riku and Kairi, and he wants to explore other places, and then the darkness comes that devours worlds, which are stars in the sky, because each star is a different world, and Riku and Kairi and him are all separated, and Kairi is what's called a Princess of Heart, and I don't remember what they do. But Maleficent is getting all the princesses of heart, and he needs to save Kairi, and he's trying to find Riku, and Riku is becoming Norded, and to really understand it, you need to go back to Birth by Sleep, which is like the fifth game in the series, but it's also the first game in the series.
No. To go really understand it, you actually have to play the fucking mobile game, which is
Kingdom Hearts Cross, which
no,
is
it's pronounced Kingdom Hearts Kai. It is
There's like
pronounced
3 different names for it.
Oh, it's Kingdom Hearts Key because so there's this whole
Anyway,
fucking thing
it's
where
that.
there's the Greek
No,
letter
this is
Chi,
amazing.
which is X. There's a Greek letter Chi, which is X, but they explain in Kingdom Hearts 2 that is not pronounced Kai for them. It's pronounced Key, so that they can
Like a
put X in
keyblade.
things and it looks cool, like a
Also,
keyblade.
King Mickey
So-
is missing, and Donald
also,
and Goofy need
it's
to
it's
find
pronounced
him.
more of a he. It's like it's
Yes.
almost like hacking up a hairball. I know that because that's how you spell my name in Greek. Christina. Yeah.
Yes.
But
They tell
King
everyone to
Mickey
pronounce
is
it
missing,
Key, like
and Donald and Goofy
course
adopt
they
Sora as their son, and
Are Donald and Goofy a couple?
Are they
in this?
together? That was my question. I'm like, wait.
no, they're
I
a
missed
platonic queer
lot.
couple.
yeah, they're queer platonic.
They're queer platonic.
Okay. So life
and-
partners. Okay, cool.
And Chip and Dale are there in a thing called a gummy ship, which is completely inconsequential.
And they
but I think
are
is
a
worth
couple because I
mentioning.
watched that show.
Oh yeah, Chip and
Oh,
Dale
hell
are
yeah.
absolutely a
Did you
couple.
guys see
I
the
thought they
trailer
were
for the new?
brothers.
Wait, no. Did you guys see the
They're
trailer
not
for the new
brothers.
Chip
Are they
and Dale?
not? Okay.
No, they're together.
I have
Okay.
seen this trailer.
I've
It
also
looks
seen the trailer.
insane.
No, it upsets me so much.
I love it. I'm so excited.
I'm obsessed with it.
Where is Gadget? Where
I've
is
made a
she?
mistake.
Anyway, so they have to go from world to world, and they're all Disney worlds. It doesn't matter though because
I'm
all
sorry
of
for
the
everyone
worlds
still
that are
watching.
Disney themed are inconsequential to the story.
That's where I'm ending the clip. By the way, that's exactly where I'm going to
Okay.
keep it.
But listen, the movie, the show, the worlds that are all Disney themed are inconsequential in the story. However, in fucking Kingdom Hearts 3, in Kingdom Hearts 1 and 2, you have characters from Final Fantasy. So you have like Cloud, and you have Sephiroth, and you have, which is hilarious to hear Goofy and Donald say Sephiroth, but that's beside the point.
Val, could we get like a clip of that actually? Because you have a pretty good Goofy. Could you, if you don't mind, could you do your Goofy and say Sephiroth, please?
Oh shit! It's Sephiroth.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
Do you guys want to know the
we
fact
get
that
that.
I know about Sephiroth?
What's that?
At one point, he was voiced by Lance Bass.
Ah.
Shut the fuck up, really?
Do you guys want to know everything I know about Lance Bass?
Yes.
No.
Wait,
Hold on,
Morgan's
real
not
quick.
done.
Morgan's not done.
My biggest complaint about Kingdom Hearts is that there's the Princesses of Heart, and there's 7 Princesses of Heart. Ariel is not a Princess of Heart, even though she's a princess.
Ariel's
No,
not a
Uh-oh.
Princess of Heart.
Uh-oh.
Alice in Wonderland. Alice is
You
not.
know who is a Princess of Heart
Uh-oh.
though? Fucking what's her name from Peter Pan? What's
You
her
can't
name?
even
Wendy.
remember. Wendy?
Wendy,
and Alice.
darling.
Wendy and Alice are both princesses of
Yeah.
heart. Neither of them are princesses. You know who is a princess? Ariel. But they. They will never be a princess.
But that's good for Ariel's screen time because that means she's in the fucking game.
Oh, I
If
know.
was
She
a
like
Princess
does
of
like
Heart,
she
she
fights
wouldn't
and does
be
cool stuff.
there.
She could have been a princess of heart after all that. Because it doesn't matter until after the world is complete. Because they don't kidnap the different princesses until after the world is complete. Anyway, I have a lot of feelings.
We know.
So I have a question. If it's called Final Fantasy, why are there like 15 of them?
Because when they were making the first Final Fantasy, the studio was dying, and they were like, "This is going to be the last game that we ever make." So they called it Final Fantasy, and then it saved the studio.
I've asked her this question before.
Also, Final Fantasies, the way that they're numbered are not numbered correctly in the United States because the original Final Fantasy series had
different in
several
Japan.
games that were not released in the United States. So Final Fantasy
numbering
2
is
here is
different in
actually
Japan.
like Final Fantasy 4.
Also, I've only ever played Final Fantasy 14. I've not played any of the other ones.
Wow,
You
I've
mean
played more Final
you played
Fantasy than you.
15?
I've never played 15. You played 15.
Because I push for this every week, and everyone sort of laughs at me and shuts me down and says, haha, no one would ever do this.
no,
Chat
people
is
watch the
just
post
yelling
show.
about, imagine if you had post shows on a Patreon, I would pay for this.
Thank you!
I think
Because she
Good.
says you could have this energy every week. And the thing that I want to put out there, because I do have time to do it now, because it is only 46 and we do go at least to the hour every week, is we do have this energy every week. It's just that no one gives us
It's just
money
off
for
screen.
it.
Yeah.
We could just come at this with somebody brings a different topic every week and we just rant about it for 30 minutes after.
Okay.
It'd be
Dude.
perfect.
Do you guys want to hear about Lance Bass?
Yes, please.
Who is
Really
Lance
quick.
Bass?
So Lance
NSYNC.
Bass is a member of NSYNC, the boy band. He is the one who famously
The one that Justin
came out-
Timberlake was in.
Oh, yeah.
That's helpful.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Well, I know what NSYNC is. I just wasn't sure. who Lance Bass.
He's the one who famously sort of publicly came out as gay, and it was like
Yeah.
a whole thing. And it was great. Love Lance Bass, whatever. Lance Bass, the singer, the songwriter, the legend, has Russian cosmonaut training,
I did know this.
which is
You
incredible.
told us this.
I feel like
You
I
told
told
us
you
about
guys
this one,
this,
yeah.
but I'm gonna tell you publicly now, real quick. Lance Bass does have Russian cosmonaut training, does retain mostly fluent Russian, which is incredible. He's a very, very multi-talented man who does a lot of very good work, charity-based and otherwise. And also, while he was doing his Russian cosmonaut training, if I remember the story correctly, don't remember what the disorder was because they have to do so much health testing on your body to send you to space. They did find some sort of, I feel like it was a heart defect. I would have to look this up again because it's been a long time since I've recounted the story. But found some sort of like heart defect that he had, essentially saving his life because he was able to find it early and get tested. But he wasn't able to go to space. And so the problem was that space shuttles and rockets and all of the magical science things they have to do to send to space, they are calibrated to very, very specific weights. And Lance Bass couldn't go. So essentially, there is a thing that exists out there that is just a barrel full of shit that weighs exactly the amount that Lance Bass weighs that they had to put into the shuttle and send to space instead of him.
It was a cardiac
Love
arrhythmia.
that.
Yes, you were
A
correct.
cardiac arrhythmia. R.I.P. Lance Bass's space trip, but not Lance Bass. Because he's a great man. And I thought Sam had a question, but he's just focusing his
Nope, it's
camera.
trying to focus my camera.
Real
So if we do
stuff.
this,
So-
if we do this post show every week, y'all are cool with me talking about like Dark Souls for half an hour.
Please
are we
talk
down with
about
that?
Dark
Okay.
Souls.
That's about the only thing I can
Yeah.
think of that I could rant about for that long.
Wait,
Okay,
we've
cool.
got like
We'll think
10
about some other
minutes, so
stuff.
everybody's
Did you
got
guys-
about
I mean,
2
You
minutes to
give us
say
a little
something they
taste,
like.
Val. Go ahead.
Yeah.
Like, I mean,
Oh no, I'm not prepared for that. I'd have to get notes out and stuff. Yeah.
Can I talk about Percy Jackson for the rest of the time?
you will.
We have to give everybody else a turn.
Okay.
Listen, I'll just end up talking about bacteria for half an hour, and that's literally just me on the show. So I don't know what you want.
I'll watch it.
I'd watch that shit. Come on.
Sid, what are you going to talk about? You're the only one who hasn't volunteered some information.
No, legit. There's bacteria that like fucking eat iron and become magnetic, and you can use them as a compass, and they tell which way that like they're pointing.
sorry.
They can know directions.
I have a lot to say about horseshoe
That's
crabs, but Sid has not volunteered any
What?
information yet.
I also would probably need to prep for something. I really can't think of anything to rant about off the top of my head.
Insurance fraud. I could talk about insurance fraud for half
Sid
an
and I
hour.
together can just talk about Greek mythology.
Sid,
That's also
you
true.
like
Ooh,
things.
I can talk.
Everyone
about
bullies
Portal
Sid
for a
into talking
long
about something
time.
she likes. Hold on.
Ah,
Sid bullies all of us all the time. We're bullying Sid right now.
I do. Wait, do I? No, I don't. What are you talking about? I'm the nice one.
Not according to the four of us right now, you're not.
See, this is all
Back
you
me
just
up.
reverse bullying me.
Me up.
Reverse bullying.
Yeah. That's Savannah said.
I would never bully
Yeah.
Sid.
Morgan? This is a team effort.
Morgan, you're the worst bully of them all because you pretend that you're not.
Sid, we know you like things.
Yeah, Sid, we know you like things.
I'm like looking around my office trying to think of something. to
Isn't it
talk
like the
about.
worst thing in the world though when somebody puts you on the
Am
spot
I?
and is like, hey, talk
Yes.
about something
I'm
you
like,
like?
I don't
Like, it's so
know.
I'm not one of those people that can just like rattle stuff off. Like I need the prep time because I'm like I know stuff about this thing. I just can't think about the things that I know about this thing that I like.
I can respect
Sam
that.
and I can talk about Homestuck.
Oh no, we'd need like an actual 2-hour long like video to do that.
When we get this
That is
Patreon up
just-
and running, that'll be like an extra. Like that's just like a thing.
Just
For,
Sam and
like,
Morgan talk about
the bonus
stuff.
Sam, we're gonna
Yeah.
talk about Homestuck sometimes. The series.
They have
I
our
think we have
Homestuck
something
action
here.
Figures here.
We're gonna need a name for whatever this ends up being. So we'll
Yeah.
I just want to talk about
come
horseshoe
up with
crabs
that.
now.
Talk about horseshoe crabs.
Did you guys know?
You know what I like, Savannah? I like my friends getting to talk about the things that they're passionate about. That is something I truly love.
Okay, so every week on Patreon, Sid is going to wear a different wig and host the show. Is what
Done.
I'm hearing.
Yes.
Perfect.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, we need a moderator.
I'll be the moderator and I'll just get really pumped about my friends being really pumped about stuff. Done.
And you will be responsible for stopping us when we run out of time, and you won't do it.
no, I won't, because the shit's gonna just keep going.
Consider.
You guys are gonna hate this, but this sounds like a podcast.
This does sound
I
like
know.
a podcast.
But you know what? Podcasts
We
are
did
so
try
much
to do a
fucking
podcast
work.
once.
Yeah, that's a lot of
God,
work.
editing podcasts sucked. But we could do this as like an audio just upload without having to do like, editing for it.
No editing.
Could we
We don't do
consider talking about ocean sunfish? And
We
how
don't need to
useless
talk-
they are.
We'll do it at the same time we talk about the horseshoe crabs, right?
We'll have a
Yeah,
marine
marine
biology.
biology.
I have some history on horseshoe crabs. They are vital to many, if not all, of the vaccines that we have currently. And also, their blood is blue because it has a lot of copper in it.
Go
And they're
horseshoe
immortal.
crabs.
They, in theory, could be immortal.
Did you
Also
guys
We
hear
talked
lobsters.
about this before
Did you
because
hear
then I
about the
brought up the
tardigrade?
actual
The tardigrade?
like
The quantum physics
immortal
tardigrade?
Quantum
jellyfish.
tardigrade!
There's a quantum tardigrade!
There is. So yeah, lobsters,
Sorry.
horseshoe crabs, and also other beings could, in theory, be immortal based
Immortal.
on the way that they age and everything. It's just that every time they molt, because they have to molt to get new shells and continue to survive, it takes more and more energy, so they just keep doing that until the energy it takes to molt exceeds the energy it takes for them to keep living and they die. But in theory, if lobsters or horseshoe crabs or any other beings that are similar to them could evolve to the point where they could figure out other energy sources, they could be immortal forever.
Now,
or if we
here's
help
my
them along.
I have a
and then-
lot more about horseshoe crabs, you guys.
Now, here's my question, because I want to pivot to the logistics of this show that we are proposing here. Are we
Yes.
just going to spend our time ranting about the things that we like, or are we going to pose a very silly and very specific question relating to a thing that one of us is very passionate about, and then just debating that thing for the next
I
hour?
like the question idea.
See, I think we do a combination of both. I think every week so we rotate, and every week somebody brings a thing they're really passionate about, and they have so much time to talk about it. But everybody else also knows what they're bringing, and after said time of talking, they're allowed to ask questions.
We ask
Not
each other, we ask very silly-
not antagonistic questions, but you are allowed to ask questions.
Absurd
Questions.
questions.
absurd questions.
Yeah. Not to the point where you're being mean. But I think like
thought provoking.
I think you could be
Thoughtful
I think you
questions,
could be
like-
a little silly with it if it's funny.
Yeah.
Like, would Kingdom Hearts be better if instead of the Final Fantasy characters, it was the Fast and Furious characters?
No.
Would
But
Kingdom
you
Hearts
do
be
have to talk about
better
why.
if it wasn't those characters, but it was actually the Muppets from Sesame Street?
And see, then you have to think about it.
Can we talk about 2005 Pride and Prejudice with all Muppets except for Mr. Darcy?
Yes,
Okay,
we
you
can
found the
talk
thing.
about
You
it.
Found the thing that I could talk about for an hour.
There we
You
go.
found it. Well
we go.
done, Morgan.
I did it. I knew.
I
knew
could talk
it.
about every single fucking
Yeah.
iteration of Pride and Prejudice over the years, including like the 1940s Italian operetta. Oh my god.
Yes. So I think every week it's somebody else's turn. They prep everybody saying, "This is what I'm going to talk about." And
Do
then
I at least get to
without
do-
being a dick, everybody else is able to like bring some
Who
questions.
do you think here is going to be a dick? I
Val,
feel like you're calling
mostly.
out someone specific. Okay, I just wanted to make sure.
I knew they were talking about.
But listen.
immediately, But
Listen,
I wanted
everyone
to, like,
knows.
confirm out loud.
No, that's fine. And see, that's
Hold on.
a
Hold on.
valid question that gives more information to the discussion. I think Val's gonna
I'd
be
like
a dick
to-
about it.
I'd like to point out that I do it in a fun way, though. Like when I ask antagonistic questions, it's out of love, and
Okay,
everybody
here's-
knows that. It's my
here's-
brand, Savannah.
I have
It's
a
my
question.
brand.
Okay, well, if this week you're bringing your brand, then can I ask you a question about your brand?
Sure.
Does everyone else know you're being funny about it? Or are
Sometimes.
you the only person who thinks it's funny?
Listen, if you can't make yourself laugh, what's the point?
How the hell are you gonna laugh anyone else?
I am going to do what I did a couple sessions ago, though, and spend an entire time just talking about Bruce Willis's IMDb credits. So just
Did
wanna-
you get the meme I sent you?
I did. About his Razzies category.
There
That's
is
very
a
funny
new
to me.
Razzies category this year,
And I scooped that.
What
which is
it?
completely dedicated to just Bruce Willis roles in movies. There's a whole Razzies
From
category
like this last year.
from this last
Yeah.
year that is just 2021 movies that Bruce Willis starred in. There are that many
God.
movies. They
Wait,
gave
did
him his
we
own
read
category.
through like his filmography?
Yes,
like,
Val
I
did,
scooped
yes.
them on that. I should have gotten credit for it.
Val should be
if
getting
we
paid
had
for
st-
this.
Because I
And
noticed
if we had put
first.
it on Patreon, we could sue the Razzies right now.
Yeah, we could have. Anyway, that's about time. We're 2 minutes to go, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this thing up so we can end on time this week. Thanks everyone for joining
So
us.
we can sit
I
around
knew
and talk
we'd
about
make
a
it to the
Patreon?
end.
yeah.
I'm going to start ending all of our streams 30 minutes early so we can talk like this. Unless we're actually going to do the show, then I will take us to the end every week so we can do that afterwards. But yeah, thank you everyone for watching. We'll be back next Friday to continue our game and spending half of it off track.
We accomplished a lot.
Join us tomorrow for Saturday night's Star Power. We'll be playing more Fate. Some familiar faces will be there in our JoJo's Bizarre Adventure inspired game. So that's tomorrow at 4 o'clock Central Time, 5 o'clock Eastern. Gotta get used to time sense. Join our Discord, follow us on Twitter, all those good places. So you can keep
Where
up
we
with
will
what's going
soon
on.
be talking about our new Patreon.
And
Yes,
where we
yes.
may be probably taking topic suggestions because there's no way one of us doesn't know something about the shit you want us to talk about.
Sure.
That's true.
Yeah, that's another option too. Maybe we'll add that as a redemption thing if you subscribe. Well, you can throw money at us or and pick a topic that we'll rant about. So anyway, other ideas that we have, we'll figure that all out. We'll iron this all out. Thank you
No,
once
we
again
won't.
to my. We will. I want to do this. Thank you once again to my lovely players for being as awesome as always and making this game a joy to run, even when we do not play this game at all for about an hour.
so much of
And
it.
thank you to everyone out there for
minutes?
watching and engaging and being here. We love you, and we will see you next time. And until then, good game and good night, Internet.